Today we're here at Levenshulme Youth Project, a youth club in Manchester. We're taking a look at the people here on the youth club, people who come and taking a look behind the scenes.
So I live here in Levenshulme, which is in Manchester, and I wanted to start it because there wasn't anything for young people in Levenshulme. So we got some money from the council, not very much, and we ran one youth club session and 40 young people turned up. The foundations of our work is about young people having their voices heard and about informal education. So that means we're trying to give young people opportunities to learn things that they might not otherwise. So we know from young people they experience a lot of racism in this area, across the country sadly, and so some of our job is about supporting young people to challenge some of the issues that they're facing. I think the most rewarding thing about working with young people and having a youth project like Levenshulme Youth Project is that we can make a difference. So on a really basic level, there's young people like the one sat behind me who get opportunities and chances that they wouldn't get otherwise. So the biggest challenge when you run a charity is always that you've got to keep the money coming in because otherwise you can't run it. But there's lots of other challenges that face young people now that wasn't the case even 5 years ago. COVID's had a massive impact on young people's lives, and so young people aren't out in the community like they were. Parents feel that it's safer having their children at home, and it means they're online. And sadly, most parents don't really understand online very well. And so a lot of children are really vulnerable. Young people are vulnerable online. So that's the challenge, is how do we make sure young people still come out of their houses, take part in safe activities, have trusted relationships with adults who are nice and safe and can help them learn stuff. And that's a massive challenge for us as well.
One of my own proudest moments is actually, not proudest moments, but is actually seeing young people develop, be a young person, be sort of like have young people's problems, but then develop and then get into youth work themselves. And so actually that transformation where they go from young person to young leader to youth worker is a beautiful thing for me. All the success that we've had on Friday nights here has been because of what the young people have, what they wanted to do, and basically we just help them try to achieve that.
Hi, my name is Aya Rashid. I'm 20 years old and I'm studying medicine at the moment. Well, I've been attending the youth club for around, since I was 14, so for the past 6 years-ish. I usually just attend pretty much weekly and participate in all of the projects that they do, help plan projects, and recently it's just been a more active role. I think at the beginning it was more playing games and chatting, but then recently it became more planning projects and trips and being able to go on those trips that we planned.
Do you have your favourite memory here?
My favourite memory? Probably at the moment, I mean there's a lot, but I really enjoyed the residential trip that we were able to have last year, where we were able to go away, I think for 3 days to Gill Head, and I was just able to do so many things that I otherwise would never have been able to do. One, because my parents are not athletically inclined, and two, just because I don't go out much on my own either.
Do you think coming here has helped you develop as a person?
Oh, absolutely. Before starting going to youth club, I was in a very fixed, small bubble of people. I went to this tiny little all-girls Islamic school in high school. I knew nobody outside of my small community, and I think coming to the youth club, it helped introduce me to a lot more people of different faiths and cultures that I otherwise wasn't introduced to, and that definitely developed, one, my social skills, and two, just generally my interests around talking to people.
Hi, my name is Ivana and I am a youth worker for Levenshulme Youth Project. I initially started working for Levenshulme Youth Project as my uni placement. Then after working here for the length of my placement for uni, they then offered me a volunteering role and then eventually a paid worker role. I never actually saw myself being a youth worker, but from Des and Robert, they kind of told me that I was really good at working with young people and engaging with them, and I've been here ever since. I feel like it's developed me in ways I could never imagine. I think it makes me look at the world in a completely different way. It makes me look at young people in a different way. There's one thing that Des said to me when I first started working here, and it was when young people act a certain way or are being explosive, don't look at the action, try to figure out what the reason is. And it just makes me think I shouldn't judge someone just based off that first interaction. I need to spend time, get to know them and figure out like why they behave like this and how can I help.
Today, we've seen that young people still need safe spaces, supportive adults and opportunities to grow and feel heard. When speaking to the staff and team leaders here, we've learned that youth clubs are much more about just the activities. What we've learned today here is simple. When young people are supported, communities are much more stronger.